Here's the deal. Welcome. John Eagle, Kinetic Customs is here. La Science, James Barnes, Kevin from Florida. Chris is here. Thank you guys for joining. I don't want to waste any of your time. We're going to get into this. And I want to start off by wishing my mom a happy birthday. She doesn't expect me to say this, but I'll tell you what, she is a remarkable woman. Ever since my dad, who caused her years and years of trouble, ever since he died, she basically picked herself up by her bootstraps and made things happen. She is 82 today, and she is spry and she's alert and she keeps herself in shape and she eats right and she's got a positive attitude and she's a good person. So if you want, wish her a happy birthday in the comments. I think she'll really get a kick out of that. Hi Mom, I love you. You've done great. She had 3 boys, no girls. Sorry, Mom, for all the trouble we caused you. And we did. As little hellions, we caused my mom some serious grief. So I'm sorry, Mom. But we did turn ourselves around. And you turned yourself around. You did a fantastic job. You're doing a fantastic job. She literally, on a fixed income, bought her own place, bought her own car with her own money. She never asks for help. When you give her help, she's like, no, I don't need it. It's okay. She lives within her means. She budgets her money. She's a good neighbor, just an all around good person. Hats off to you, Mom. I love you. Happy birthday. So I want to talk about what's going on in life. We've got a serious problem. It is an epidemic problem. It's a problem of massive proportions. We've got authoritarian, psychopathic, power tripping road pirates constantly out there harming the rest of us, through economic terrorism or dragging you out of the car or coming up with some bogus thing that drags you through the court system and wastes your time and wastes all your money. But cops are like politicians. If they're not lying, then they're not cops and politicians. They are out there to lie. So we're on this live stream. We're going to catch cops lying on camera, but there's an interesting psychological effect that takes place when they find out that they are being recorded as they're trying to commit crimes against you. And I'm going to play 2 of these clips real quick, and I'm going to tell you what I think cops remind me of. Listen to this. This first one's going to be a seatbelt ticket, a bogus seatbelt ticket that was caught on body cam. And the next one's going to be a speeding ticket where the guy threatens to get his car impounded until he finds out, oh, you're being recorded. Your lie is being recorded, Ossifer. So there's the trooper right there. Now watch the trooper come around the corner here. See him right there? Now, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see. I don't know if there's going to be let me see. I'm going to actually mute this because I didn't realize there was music on here, but I want to watch this trooper. This trooper is going to come around the corner. He's going to whip his car around the corner, and he's going to come at this guy at a high rate of speed, which means he is breaking his own speed limit to catch up to this guy to lie to him. We're just going to watch him catch up to him. And again, I'm muting this right here because there's music, and I don't want to get some kind of copyright infringement going here. Matter of fact, I may have played too long of a clip with music going, and I may have to go back and mute it in the YouTube editor. But here this cop is being unsafe, speeding toward this guy so that he can come up to him and lie to him. We're going to watch him get out of his car. It's a trooper.
I've had it on the whole time.
Oh, wait a second. Let me go back a little bit.
When you roll by, you can see now we're...
Oh, wait a second. I hate copyright.
Good, are you?
When you roll by, you can see now where you see. Did you just come from somewhere right there, or like?
No, I've had it on the whole time.
Have you?
Yeah, I
certainly
actually
didn't see
I have
it.
I have a camera with it. I mean,
Do
you
ya?
could, yeah.
Excellent.
You
Well,
could-
listen, that's why I'm not Johnny Jump to Conclusions,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But when you roll by, I see down, you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
yeah.
So, like,
I mean, if, I
right.
could show you the video if you want it.
Do yourself and everybody in the world a favor. Let the cop keep lying. Don't let him know that you're recording him. I mean, you're free to do whatever you want to, but I want to hear the cop continue to lie. The cop immediately backed up. Oh, well, that's why I'm not Johnny Jump the Gun. I just wanted to make sure. Hey, everything's cool. No problem here. There's only no problem because you created a very real barrier in the mind of the cop where he can't go beyond it. And now he's going to watch his P's and Q's, not because he's a good guy, not because he cares about your well-being, but because you caught him in a lie. And he doesn't want to be caught in a lie. That could cost him his job. It could dock his pay. It could put him on trial. And something serious could happen. And then all the tickets that this cop ever wrote could be brought into question and thrown out. See, we're gonna talk about some statistics real quick. It is amazing the amount of money the state makes just in speeding tickets.
That's why I have one of those.
good talk.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
All right.
No
Drive safe,
problem.
all right?
Hey, I appreciate it.
What an interesting to say. Okay, well, good talk. Hey, I saw you didn't have your seatbelt. Any reason you didn't have your seatbelt on? Oh, no, honest officer, I was wearing. No, I saw you didn't wear your seatbelt. We're going to issue you a $150 ticket here, buddy. No, I have a camera right here recording the whole thing. It showed the whole time I was wearing my. That's why I'm not Johnny Jump the Gun. I'm a nice guy. I'm here to do you good. I just want to make sure you're safe. Yeah, I thought you didn't have a seatbelt on, but obviously the camera says different, right? Because cops lie and cameras don't. Here's the next one right here. This guy drives exotic cars, and apparently he's kind of a target to be pulled over a lot. He says, follow along as he gets pulled over by the Vancouver Police Department. This policing for profit thing is not just an American thing. This thing happens all over the place. When you incentivize badged law enforcers who are drunk on their own power to make money every time they pull you over, maybe they'll get accolades, maybe they'll get a pat on the back, a plaque on the wall, maybe they'll get a promotion, maybe it's tied to their pay, maybe they'll get a bonus, maybe there's some kind of quota system. I don't know, who knows? But I know one thing. When you put a guy in a uniform, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And why would you ever dangle an incentivized carrot in front of them saying, if you pull them over, you get awards, you get rewards. So Vancouver Police Department and gets told his car will be impounded until they realize he has a dash cam, which recorded his speed pre-pullover. Now this guy does something weird. During this traffic stop, he pulls out the memory card for some freaking reason. I have no idea. I wish he hadn't, but you'll still get the idea here.
So a cop just threatened to impound my vehicle. Watch how quick he changes when he finds out that I have a dash cam running in my car.
Good day.
How you doing?
We're in a hurry to get someplace, are we?
A little bit.
That's what your driving tells me.
You're not
Your vehicle's impounded for excessive speed effective now.
Your vehicle is impounded for excessive speed effective now. Now that's before he realized he was being recorded.
Impounded. So you're losing your vehicle for 7 days right now.
So the video feed cuts off here and switches to audio because I have my phone recording in my pocket. What I had done was pulled out the memory stick that was in my dash cam, and that's what the cop sees and questions me on.
I don't know why you're messing with that, sir. I'm asking you for your license.
I don't think you asked me quite yet for it,
Thank you. I'm sorry?
I don't think you asked me for it yet.
You're right. I didn't. Okay. I have one of those too, but I don't know.
It takes speed. So when we go to court,
awesome.
we can talk about it.
Go to court?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to let you off with a warning.
You said you're impounding my car.
I was going to let you off with a warning. He comes up all gruff like he's going to do something. He's going to cause some major economic turmoil in this guy's life. I'm taking your car for 7 days. There's nothing you... Oh, a dash cam. Hey, I got one of the court. We don't have to talk about court. Hey, I was just going to give you a ticket. Complete 180.
And just like that, we go from a 7-day impound to a warning. All it took was him realizing that he was being recorded, that obviously I had my driving recorded, and threatening calmly to go to court and talk about it there. So have a dash cam, threaten to use it when you have to.
So what cops remind me of, when you have a cop that comes up to your vehicle, he is literally a predator. He is a parasite. He wants to parasitically live off of you. And what that reminds me of, when they walk up to your car and they change tune because you presented the fact that you are recording them every step of the way, and you're going to prove to a jury and to a judge and to the entire world that this guy's a liar, that's when they back off and they change tunes. It reminds me of this right here.
Indeed.
That cross to a vampire is like a body cam or a dash cam to a cop. It's like, look at this guy's face. This reminds me of every cop out there. No, you have a dash cam. Hey, I'm just kidding. I wasn't going to really impound your car. I'm just joking. Come on, can't you take a joke? And we'll see that a lot. I mean, their entire countenance changes. They go from Mr. Authority, I'm going to tell you how it's going to go down. Here's the deal. It's going to go one of two ways for you, buddy. And both of them are my way. And if it ain't my way, it's the highway. Oh, you got a dash cam. You got a body cam. Oh, I didn't realize I was being recorded. Hey, see you later. I'm just going to let you off with a warning this time. They'll even, to save face, to keep their ego intact, they'll even lie about the lie and then cover it up with another lie just to make themselves look good. This came from the Lackluster channel. He put this out about 2 months ago, but this was really good.
Today's video was sent in by an...
By the way, if you're going to have a dash cam, have a dash cam that's got a geolocator, GPS, so that it actually tracks your miles so you can show the judge. And again, if you have one and you feel like doing this because it seems like a good thing to do, don't let them know you got it. Just let them keep on lying. Let them write that ticket, because you know what? It could be that, and I know this costs time and it might cost some money or whatever. And I'm not saying this is for everybody. And I'm not saying that you're a bad person if you don't do this, but if you take them through the court process and then you show the world by putting it on your YouTube channel or whatever, how bad this cop is, it could be and has been that cop gets investigated, and then every one of those tickets that he had issued within a particular period of time all comes into question. And a lot of people get their records, basically expunged, because it's more than it costing you a $152 ticket, which is the average ticket price. It's more than it costing you $152. If this goes on as points on your driving record, you're talking about your insurance premiums going up. There's a cascade of very bad things that happen. And just to give you an idea of how pervasive this actually is, take a look at some of these statistics right here. There are, as of 2021, according to Statista, about 233 million people held a valid driver's license in the United States in 2021. And of those 233 million people, 41 million drivers receive a speeding ticket every single year. That's like 1 in 5 people receive a speeding ticket. And this is just speeding tickets. So they issue these 41 million speeding tickets, which equates to 112,000 speeding tickets a day at an average cost of $152, which means they make $11,796 each and every minute of each and every day because of American law enforcement. That's in all 50 states. $11,796 a minute is generated. Just this doesn't count seatbelt tickets. This doesn't count, improper lane change. This doesn't count improperly illuminated tag lights. This is just speeding tickets. That's $6.2 billion. A $6.2 billion windfall for the state every single year. Tell me they're not incentivized to give you a speeding ticket. And how many of these 41 million drivers who receive speeding tickets, how many of those were predicated on an absolute verifiable lie? Well, you could have verified it if you had a body cam or a dash cam. So let's get back to this right here. Lackluster did a great job with this. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Lackluster, take a look at his channel and consider subscribing. He does, I mean, when you see his videos, he makes it look easy in a 10, 12, 15-minute video. That's a lot of research that backs what you're seeing on the screen.
Anonymous viewer. The date and GPS coordinates are blurred to protect his identity, and we will refer to him as Chris. A while ago, he was driving to school with his cruise control engaged at 77 miles per hour, and just before 10 p.m. he passed a deputy on the side of the road and was pulled over immediately.
What's going on, man?
How's it going?
Deputy Holloway with the sheriff's office. You got your driver's license?
I do. It's in here.
Where you headed to?
I'm headed to my school.
I got you. The reason I'm stopping you, when you're coming up behind me back there, you're running 90.
No way. I have a dash cam with the GPS speed and everything. There's no way.
I'm telling you, man. I checked the big truck. The big truck was going about 66, and you're going 90 on the dot.
Okay, no problem.
I mean, I ain't gonna give you a hard time about it, man. I'm just asking you to slow down, all right?
Okay.
I'm just asking you to slow down. Apparently, the max speed I saw was 77. This could be an interstate where you can go 80. You know, I don't know. I haven't seen anything higher than 80. In Oklahoma, there's a place where you can go 70, 75, and it goes all the way up to 80 for about a 22-mile stretch. So this probably was, I'm just guessing, was a speed limit of 80 miles per hour. He had it pegged on cruise control at 77. The cop pulls him over saying he's doing 90, which is 10 miles an hour over the posted speed limit if the speed limit is 80. Total lie. The guy didn't have, or the radar was faulty. Total lie. But the cop knew that he was lying because he backed down so quickly. Now, the guy does kind of the driver does kind of a reverse psyop because now he's going to act like he's the cop's friend, asking a whole bunch of questions.
Let me check your driver's license real quick. You good to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You good to go? Just try to slow it down for me, all right?
Yes, sir. And I have a question.
All right.
So I'm actually in school to be I'm in school for a criminal justice major.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With everything that's going on nowadays, because I'm trying to get into I wanted to start join, I don't know what I wanted to do, but I was trying to get into FBI or something like that, but I want to start as a cop first.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see in the future with how everything's going now, there still being cops and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
I mean, that's impossible.
I know they've been sending out
mayhem.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Because that's the one thing I've been worried about now. I'm like, man, I should change my major. And you guys get so much nowadays.
I tell you, man, when you work for a smaller county like this,
yeah,
it ain't what it's made out to be. Maybe if you get up there around Atlanta and stuff like that, it might be. But
I live in. It's bad up there, man. I feel bad for them.
But you stay down here.
Yeah, I live in just for school though. Just for school. You. But I'm going back up to Atlanta when I graduate. And I wanted to try and work up there, but
how much more you got?
I got a year left, man. It's my last semester, and then I have the next semester because I'm half a year behind.
I got you.
Yeah, man.
Man, we hiring. If you looking for.
I know. I see it up in. They're hiring a lot of police, and they're hiring in Miami too, which I was looking at. Miami's a whole different attitude too.
This is just my perspective. When you start getting up there in bigger agencies like that, like you just saw what happened in Atlanta and all.
This cop has basically become verbally disarmed by this guy. I love it. I love it. It's the guy, the person in the driver's seat is the guy who's not the cop. Let's put it that way.
It's my opinion. A lot of them bigger agencies like they're hanging you out to dry.
Yeah. I know it's.
Oh, like you were about to do to me, officer? You were literally about to hang me out to dry about 2 minutes ago, saying I was doing 90 and an 80 or whatever. And you were going to economically terrorize me so points could go on my driving record or I could get tied up in the court system. You're sitting here wasting my time. It's not about safety. It's about creating revenue.
That's what they do to those cops out there at the window.
You're talking about the chief don't know your name. You're just a number. I don't like it.
Yeah.
And I like working for a sheriff's office. Actually being a constitutional officer versus just a police officer. They probably make more money up there, but
I'm sure it's nicer out here though. I don't know.
Man, we ain't right down the road. You want to do a ride along or something one night?
How do I do that? Because I actually do want to do a ride along.
Well, just holler at us one night.
I wonder if while you're doing a ride along, they would pretend to or lie to passengers or drivers about their speed. So if you're in the patrol vehicle doing a ride along, I wonder if they're as apt to, con people out of money and commit their road piracy. That would be interesting. How many people in the room have done a ride along in a patrol vehicle? And if you did, what state was it in, if you don't mind me asking? And how long did how long were you in the ride along for? I did a ride along back in 2000. It was either 2004 or 2005 with the LA County Sheriff's Department. It was only supposed to be, I think, a 1 hour ride along, but me and the cop got along. I was a bootlicker back then, I'll have to admit, and to my shame. But I ended up being with him on his entire 8-hour shift. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I remember is that every time he encountered a fellow Thin Blue Line sheriff, gang member, they were always complaining about how their hands are tied and they can't do the things that they really want to do because there's a whole bunch of bureaucratic political red tape keeping them from doing it. We'll get back to this. If you've done a ride along, let me know in the comments. And where did you do the ride along and how was your experience? And why did you do it, maybe?
Dude, you're more than welcome to.
That'd be awesome, man. Who should I call, Ashley? I'm sorry.
I'll give you my number.
Yeah.
Okay, so he gives him his number, and the funny thing about it is the guy drives away, calls his friend, tells him, hey, I got out of this ticket. This is great. And I had a half a pound of something in the trunk. So he's like, man, I almost crapped myself. It was crazy. All right. Now I've done a video on this before, but I want to show you this cop's face when he finds out. I mean, they completely change when they find out that their lie has just been recorded.
What's the reason for stopping me?
First off, okay, I'm Trooper Jackson Little with the Arkansas State Police, okay?
I appreciate that.
The reason I'm pulling you over is speeding. You know how fast you're going?
I do.
How fast are you going?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh, wait a second. I think I missed something here. Yeah, I did. There's a part that got misplaced. Hold on one second. I'm going to put this piece of the puzzle back in place. Okay, here's the first frame here.
Howdy.
Rolls down all the way, man.
Why is that?
Holy cow, Andrew Kuopala. Thanks for that super chat. Direct D should do a ride along with Frank. that would be interesting. I don't think they would let Direct D do a ride along. Not in his town anyway. He would have to do it anonymously in another town, I would think.
Howdy.
Rolls down all the way, man.
Why is that?
Roll it down all the way so I can talk to you better.
We can talk, right? I mean,
roll it down all the way. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
What law is that?
Why are you starting this, man?
Well, you're telling me to roll my window. We can talk.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. This is before got you on body cam. Got you on dash cam.
Talk, right?
Yeah, roll it down more.
But why?
So I can talk to you better, man. I'm not going to talk to you through a crack like this.
We can talk.
I'm not trying to be rude to you, anything like that.
I'm really not trying to be rude to you either, but...
So what's the deal? Why don't you want to roll it down?
I'm not trying to be rude, but I am trying to exercise my authority.
All the way.
Because I don't have to.
You want to.
You
just trying to be difficult?
I'm not trying to be difficult. Do you want my license registration?
Yeah, if you don't care.
Don't you love that? Don't you love that? Why are you trying to be... Why am I trying... You're the one who walked up to my vehicle with a firearm. You're the one who comes with the implied threat of force, trying to order me around, and I'm the one being difficult? You've got to be kidding me. What kind of drugs are you taking today? You've been drinking? You've been at the bar today, officer? Use the James Freeman technique. Man, I cannot wait to the next time I encounter a detective or some kind of officer. I really hope that I have the wherewithal to ask those questions that James Freeman did.Here are you coming from today? Where are you going? You been at the bar? How much have you had to drink? You mind submitting to a breathalyzer test? Hey, I'm gonna take you through a whole battery of field sobriety tests. Let's see if you pass, officer.
What's the reason for stopping me?
First off, okay, I'm Trooper Jackson Little with the Arkansas State Police, okay?
I appreciate that.
The reason I'm pulling you over is speeding. You know how fast you're going?
I do.
How fast are you going?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay, I got you going 87 in the 65, man. That's a little quick.
I got this dash cam here.
Yeah.
Damn, stop saying that. Just let him keep on lying to you. Let him keep on going, man.
Yeah.
And it records my speed.
Okay, how fast does it say you're going?
I'm not going to answer that question, but okay. I know it wasn't that. This is registration,
insurance. You think you were going, at least?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
I'm really not trying to be difficult with you, sir.
So what's the deal then?
What's the deal?
Well, what deal?
Why are you just being so defensive and argumentative?
With what?
Wait a second. You're trying to economically terrorize me? You're committing roadside piracy against me, and you're asking me why I'm being so defensive? You got to be kidding. It's like we're on the open seas and I'm trying to get my cargo from point A to point B, and you just boarded my ship asking me for my stuff. Not asking me, demanding. You roll this window down. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you.
Everything I'm saying.
Well, I don't
First off,
believe.
I'm not being cooperative by rolling the window down. It's not a huge deal. I'd like to talk to you better. Instead of
I think that we're talking fine, though, aren't we?
We were. But
I just don't.
It's not.
Well, hold on. Let's start over.
We're not going to argue.
I don't want to argue with you, but
Okay.
let's start over.
Okay.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
My name's James. You have my
Nice
ID
to meet
here.
you, man.
And I just don't. The reason for the window, I'm not trying to be defensive or
Yeah,
argumentative or anything.
Yeah.
I just don't like to have it all the way down.
Why is that?
I just don't.
Why is that, man?
I just don't. you know?
Okay. Everyone's different, I guess.
Everyone is a little different, yeah.
Yeah.
You like it down, I don't, It's,
Okay.
He is not giving this cop what he wants at all. At all. By the way, I got this from the audit channel. He's the one who highlighted this. And at the end of the video, he gives this officer a certain grade. Does anybody remember watching this on the audit? If you did, what was the grade that he gave the officer? And let me know what grade you would give the officer.
Everything looks good here. So you don't think you were speeding?
I don't want to answer any questions regarding that.
Why not?
It's just,
It's not a huge deal, man. It's just speeding.
I get it, and I don't think it's a huge deal to not.
Something, if you don't think you're going that fast, something could be wrong with your car or something, man. You never know that.
To
I'm not trying to be
2021.
rude, nothing like that, man.
I'm not trying to be rude either.
I know you're being nice now, so I appreciate that.
Something could be wrong with my car, or you could be lying.
Well, I feel like I've been nice.
Yeah, it's the deal is, man. We go, if you give us signs by not being cooperative by the little things.
We're not
Sometimes
cooperating?
Just listen. Let me talk, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Those little things can mean a lot sometimes, man. For all you know, you could be trying to hide something, anything like that. So those are just little clues. I'm not saying you are. Not accusing
Well, we're
you of
just
anything.
operating within the bounds of the law right now, aren't
What do
we?
you say?
He's standing on his rights, and the cop is taking that as, you're kind of giving us some signs. You're being uncooperative. Yes, standing on your rights is being uncooperative to a cop. The cop's not going, dude, I really appreciate you standing on your rights. Actually, the cop wouldn't say that because he wouldn't be pulling this guy over, putting this man's life in jeopardy and his own life in jeopardy as these cars are just screaming along the highway. It's just, the whole thing is a convoluted pile of steaming BS.
Are we just operating within the bounds of the law right now?
We are.
Then
But those are just little clues, man. I mean, it's kind of weird when you don't want to roll your window down on the way. It's just a little weird, man.
it's a little weird that you're just demanding I do something. You said that you're not asking, you're telling me, and you don't have the legal grounds to tell me to roll my window all the way down. That's the only thing. That was a lie.
A lie?
Yeah.
It's not a lie.
Yes, it
Do I have to roll my window
I
down?
can make a bigger deal out of that. I'm not
Hold
going
on.
to, though.
Do I have to?
Oh, I love it when cops do that. Don't you love it? I could make a bigger, I have the authority and the power to really make your life miserable, but I'm not going to do that though. I'm not going to do that. I could do it, but I'm not going to. I've got the bat. It's over your head, but I'm going to put it away. But I could beat you in the head. I could take you out, man, but I'm not going to, because that's what kind of guy I am. Wow, man, this is just a trip.
To roll my window down all the way. Is that
You
a
gotta do
law?
what I asked, man.
Is that a law?
And if you think that's violating whatever, we can take it to court.
We can take that one to court. That is not a law that I have to have my window all the way down.
Like that. But like I said, it's speeding, man. It's not a huge deal.
It's speed, man. It's not a huge deal. Then why did you pull me over? Because now it is a huge deal. If speeding is not a big deal, then why did you speed? How fast did you have to go to catch up to me, officer? You know, if you are in the process of breaking the speed limit and this cop's car is stationary, how fast does he have to frickin' go to catch up to a guy who's already speeding? So now we got two speeding cars on the road. So if speeding's not that big of a deal, then why are you jeopardizing our lives with all these 3,500, 5,000 pound bullets going by at 70 miles per hour? You knucklehead.
I understand that, and that's why I feel like we got off on the wrong foot, because you were telling me to do something that I don't have to.
Yep.
I can tell you to do whatever I want. If you think it's violating,
You can tell me to do whatever you want?
If you think it's a violation of whatever thing you're talking about, we can take it.
Well, I don't think you violated anything right now.
Okay,
Yeah.
good deal.
No, I just...
They never revisit this either. You can tell me to do whatever you want? Seriously? Andrew with another freaking super chat. Thank you very much. Can we imagine if wearing a GoPro became fashionable and all citizens, remember, you're not a citizen, you're not a denizen or a subject of a city, wore them at all times, especially inner city youth? That would change America. You know, I gotta say, one of the silver bullets, it hasn't completely changed everything. And we know that even on body cam, these cops are so brain dead, they will continue to commit their crimes. But I do believe that one of the great equalizers in the 2000s is the cell phone with the camera. You know, high megapixel. You can get 360 cameras. You can mount them on the outside of your vehicle with suction cups like Travis Hines does.
I think we have a disagreement on what the law says on the window.
What's the deal, man? Honestly, like what?
Well, there's zero deal.
Okay, so just what?
You've got me stopped.
Yeah.
You're accusing me of speeding, you say?
Yeah.
I've handed you my documents. I'm doing everything I'm legally required to do.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you think I have a deal.
I just don't. Why can't you just really like what's so hard about just click?
Well, what's wrong with you said that so we can talk, but we're talking right now. So
there's nothing
what
wrong
other
with it,
reason
man.
is there?
I'm just curious, honestly, why you can't just roll it down all the way.
I
don't know why don't
I'm
you
just
like
curious of why you're so stuck on it.
It just blows my mind. Like, why can't you just roll it down all the way, man? Like,
It blows my mind that you can't let it go. I thought we moved past this.
It's just a little funny to me, man. I'm behind the whole cop thing. I'm just kind of curious why you won't do it.
I just don't think that I am legally obliged to do that.
Yeah, I'm saying beyond that, why don't you just want to? Like, what's the big deal? You see, like, are you afraid or what?
I like my window. Well, I think that, a man approaches my car with a gun and...
Yeah, I'm not here to hurt you.
This cop is looking for, he's so anal about this. He's looking for any crack, any crevice that he could stick his fingernail in so that he get this guy to do something that he says. I just need you, for my ego's sake, please just obey one thing before I walk back to my cruiser, or I'm going to be a mess for the rest of the... I mean, I have a 100% success rate, and now you come along and you ruin everything. Just comply with something that I've asked you. Please do it. I'm melting.
I fully believe that, but I'm allowed to have my defenses up, right? Do you believe I'm going to hurt you?
No, I don't.
But you got your defense.
Oh, you don't. I love that. Do you believe I'm going to hurt you? Now he can't ask him to get out of the car under Pennsylvania v. Mims, because the prerequisite for a cop ordering you out of a car is that he must be afraid. He must have, some kind of reason that makes him afraid to get you to come out of the car. So now he has got the cop to admit that he's not scared of him. Pennsylvania v. Mims, out the window.
Fence is up, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's just a
out the cracked window, not the fully rolled down window.
Natural
all the stuff
thing.
going on, I guess it's
sure,
kind of natural.
Yeah. I have nothing against you as a person.
Yeah, but
I'm just...
You gotta think, man, not every cop's a bad cop, so I'm not here to hurt you like that, man.
And I'm fully on the side of the police.
Yeah.
Really? You're fully on the side? I'm fully on the side of road pirates and extortioners and people who come with the implied threat of force and threaten my life and put my life at risk on the side of the road for some stupid thing that they just lied about. I'm totally on the side of them. Back the blue till it happens to you? Well, not for everybody, I guess.
But I
appreciate that.
Yeah, I have my ways I gotta do things.
Yeah. I was just saying, behind the whole cop thing, I was just kind of curious why you didn't want to like behind the whole I'm the cop, you're the violator, whatever. Just kind of curious why you didn't want to roll it down. So
yeah, I just like it where it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Sure.
Anyway, man, just hang tight here, okay?
Sure.
Put your stuff back, man. Here's what we're doing, okay?
All right.
Your record looked pretty dang good. I didn't see a speeding warning or ticket on there, okay?
Okay.
On you out for the warning, okay?
I really
you don't think you're going that fast, but...
And then they act like they're doing you a favor. They came up to you, lied about you, lied and said that you were doing something that you weren't due so they could economically pummel you. And then they're going to act like they're the good guys by having, I'll tell you what, I'm letting you off with just a warning. Oh man, I thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's like being government. Government is good at one thing, breaking your legs, handing you crutches and saying, see, if it wasn't for the government, you wouldn't be able to walk. Well, if it wasn't for the government, I wouldn't have had broken legs in the first place, bud.
Radar said you were, but I'm not writing you a ticket.
That's what I was going to ask, is if you're on radar, because I'm not lying to you. I wasn't going that fast.
How fast? Since we're beyond that,
he's trying to explain to a liar that he's not lying. This guy right here knows what he was doing. I'm not lying to you, Mr. Liar.
How fast was it?
I
Did it say
really
go?
can't answer that question.
Well, I'm not writing you a ticket, man. It's a warning, so I'm just curious what it says.
I understand,
I'm not gonna...
but there's a formality that's got to take place there.
What do you mean formality?
My right to remain silent on things.
I'm not going to walk back there and rewrite a ticket, man. I can promise you. I'm just curious.
I can promise I won't answer the question.
You have my word. I'm not going to do that. I promise you. That's on my camera. But
You have my word. That's as good as what? Having a cop's word is as good as having you have my word. I ain't lying. Read my lips. No new taxes. Read my lips. I'm not going to go back there and give you a traffic ticket now. Wow.
yeah, man. What's your name again?
My name's James.
Okay, nice to meet you, man. I'm
You too.
Jackson.
Nice to meet you.
What was your badge number?
587.
587. Is any of that going to be on the?
Oh, let's see. It should be.
He's acting all cordial.
Yeah. Name's right there. Badge number's right there. Okay.
Perfect, man.
But yeah, besides that, man, I know that you don't think you're speeding. My radar said you were, but just be careful, okay?
He's still lying. He can't do anything but lie. This cop knows that his radar did not say that this guy was speeding. He knows it for a fact, but his ego is so inflated and he wants to do everything that he can to protect it from being bruised and harmed and battered that he will continue to lie no matter what. This is true mental illness, guys. I wasn't going to show you what the grade was from audit to audit, but I feel kind of compelled right now to let you know what grade audit to audit gave. But I'm going to continue playing this, and then I want you to tell me, put in the comment section, just should he get an A? Should the officer get an A, B, C, D, or an F? You grade the officer, and maybe put a dash and why you think that. But just put a letter grade for this officer, because I'm going to show you the audit's grade here in a minute.
Absolutely, and you too for
I
sure.
appreciate it, man. Like I said, not every cop's bad, man.
No,
we're here to keep you
I think
safe,
the
you know?
majority of police are good.
Yeah.
You know, the same.
Now this guy's lying. He's either lying or ignorant or delusional. I don't know what it is. Now this guy just lied. He should have kept his mouth shut. No, I agree with you. What did he say?
We're here to keep you
I
safe,
think the
you know?
majority of police are good.
Yeah.
I think if the majority of police were good, we wouldn't have this guy right here. Whoa, somebody gave this cop a B? A B plus? Now, maybe we have low standards here. It's like, no, I'm going to give the guy a B because he didn't pull out his taser. He didn't drag anybody by the ear out of the car and, nobody died. So I'm giving him a B. We can't operate by those standards.
You know, the saying goes, a few bad apples spoil the bunch, and I think that's a bad case of what's happening.
After receiving his warning, Mr. Transparency requested Trooper Little...
Okay, I'm going to show you what audit the audit. I don't know how skittish audit the audit is about people using his content. So he gave him a B minus, but I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to let him tell you why he gave him a B. I agree. The cop should have got an F because number one, he stopped the guy and the stop was predicated on a damn lie. A lie that could have cost this guy money, time in the frickin' injustice system, and points on his driving record and have his insurance premium go up. All to steal his money and take it out of the pockets of this hardworking man into the pockets and coffers of the state. So High Desert Biker says F. Adam McLean says F. Rome says Z. Joshua Yu says F. Aaron F. XGO F. There's a lot of people that gave him an F. D minus. See, if the stop is predicated on a lie and the whole reason he stopped you is so he could economically terrorize you, how could he get anything but an F? So here's what audit the audit says.
But it is unclear if he took any further action. Overall, Trooper Little gets a B minus because although he remained relatively calm and cordial throughout the interaction, he issued questionably lawful commands and consistently pressured Mr. Transparency to surrender.
Questionably, he said to roll your window down. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. He pulled the guy over on a lie to economically terror. How does that get a B minus? Oh, well, he was a nice guy. He had a professional attitude and a good demeanor and a friendly smile. Well, guess what? If the carjacker has a professional attitude, a friendly demeanor, and a nice warm smile, does that make him any less of a carjacker? Or the thief that breaks into your house and puts your family at gunpoint to steal all your stuff? Hey, he had us at gunpoint, but he was nice and friendly and his demeanor was great and he seemed to work within the framework of his own law. I give him a B. I give the carjacker a B minus. I give the road pirate who just jeopardized everybody's life aboard this vessel a B minus.
Render his right to silence. While I do commend Trooper Little for engaging in a challenging and productive dialogue with Mr. Transparency, it is clear that a majority of the trooper's conversational intent was focused on convincing Mr. Transparency to admit to speeding in some way, shape, or form.
That's true.
Although the trooper's demeanor was friendly and casual, nearly every question he asked Mr. Transparency had the potential to incriminate him, and his shameless persistence is a testament to the true tone of his questioning.
So he had shameless persistence to try to get this guy to talk so you can get him on something, and he still gets audit the audit. If you're watching this, what? I don't get it. I don't get it. A B minus goes to the students who studied and they tried and they worked harder and they tried to just improve. Everything you just said screams F. Unbelievable.
Ultimately, the trooper did not violate any of Mr. Transparency's rights.
What are you talking about? You got the right to travel. This trooper with the implied threat of force pulled this guy over and infringed on his right, his unalienable right to travel down the road predicated on a lie. How can you not see that his rights were violated? If a cop forces you to have an interaction with him the entire time you're in his presence and you can't leave because you're being detained, this is a legal traffic stop, your rights are being infringed on, you are being violated. If this ain't violation, what is?
But that was likely due to Mr. Transparency's refusal to allow him to do so, and the accountability offered by the dash cam.
Quando says, why spread your cheeks to a psycho? God.
Trooper Little is not necessarily a bad officer, and many other members of law enforcement fail to understand that an invocation of civilian rights is not an inherent act of defiance. Remaining silent is a powerful asset for citizens involved in police encounters, and members of law enforcement should respect and uphold that right as diligently as any other laws they choose to enforce. Mr. Trans...
Wow, he gives this guy an A. Wow. What would you give this guy? I don't know if I would give him an A because, number one, he talked way too much. I like a lot of the things that he said, but man, you don't get an A when you're saying, no, I think most officers are good. They are clearly not. Like I said, if there's all these good officers out there, then how come there's so many bad officers on the force? And when you see 10 cops show up, why isn't there that one guy that stands up and goes, hey, what we are doing is clearly wrong. Get off of his back. Take the cuffs off of him. It's just a traffic violation. There's no need to be any cuffs involved. What do you mean you're going to take him down and fingerprinting him because he was riding his skateboard, on the sidewalk? Why don't we just sit down and just talk to him like a human being? Why do you have to grab the little kid with twig arms and force his arms behind his back and throw him in the back of a cop car and give him a stupid criminal record? No good. I don't see the evidence of good cops. There can't be all these good cops out there. If there were, we would be a majorly free country, and we're not. Now, this next one goes to a seatbelt ticket. This also comes from the Audit YouTube channel. Watch what the motorcycle cop does. Let me see if I can expand this. Watch what the motorcycle cop does to traffic here. There's the motorcycle cop. What? Look, he does a U-turn in front of traffic at an intersection right here. Look at this. Look, forcing those people to stop. He could have literally caused an accident here. Or you didn't have a seatbelt. If you're not free to travel down the road in your private property from point A to point B without a seatbelt, you're not free. Do I think wearing a seatbelt is a good idea? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. Do I personally do it? Absolutely, I do it because I think I have a better chance of survival for Trish and the kids, if I have a seatbelt on. But do I think the state should force you to be safe? No. If you're not free to not wear a seatbelt, you're not free. Stop singing Land of the Free, Home of the Brave, because it ain't. I can't even describe how dangerous what this cop just did in traffic was. Now he's going to lie. And I wish she'd have kept her mouth shut about the dash cam.
He's pulling
Oh yeah, he's pulling you over. We got a quota to meet, lady. Of course I'm pulling you over. I'm one of the good guys. Listen to what this cop says.
I just took my seatbelt off as a habit. Yeah, I just took this off, just so you know. I wasn't driving without this habit. Huh?
That's the reason you're being stopped.
No, I just took it off. I swear to God. It's habit. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how we are made to answer to the public servants as though they're the masters? No, I swear I had it. I just took it off by force of habit because my vehicle stopped. There's no reason to wear a seatbelt when the vehicle stopped. And that's the reason I'm pulling you over, because you didn't have a seatbelt. You lying cop. You lying sack of bones.
I wasn't speeding.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. The reason you're being stopped today because you can have a seatbelt on.
No, I just took it off. I swear to God. I have a camera.
Look, there we go. I have a camera. Might as well get out the cross and the holy water and the wooden stake, because the vampire has now been held at bay and he's going to completely change his tune. But he's going to do it in a sly way that kind of maintains what he thinks is integrity. It's really ego.
I have a camera. I can play it for you. Because it's habit. When I stop the car and put it in park, I take it off. There you go.
Thank you.
This happened back in 2017, and if you look at the gas station, it's $2.35 a gallon for regular, and I can't read what it is for diesel. I like looking at these videos where it was, a couple years ago to see what the gas prices were.
Is this your car?
Oops. What happened? Here we go.
Yeah.
What do you have to do now?
Because my husband owns a dealership.
Okay. So, does that mean you can just put dealer tags on any vehicle that you own?
No, we're going to sell it.
Dealer tags are usually whenever
Yes.
for a dealer or if they're showing the vehicle, which
Yeah.
is neither of the
It's
not neither case right now, correct?
no, he's going to sell it.
Now what's he doing? Now he's diverting. Now he's going on to another issue because he knows he got caught with the seatbelt thing, but now he's got to pick out the license plate. Hey, if you're a dealer, I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's in all 50 states. If you're a dealer and you have dealer plates, you can put those, that's the reason you have dealer plates. So somebody can test drive it so that you can take it home so that you can show it to your family or whoever you're trying to sell the car to. If you're a dealer, a car dealer, you can have dealer plates. Now he's making a mountain out of the molehill on the dealer plates because he's trying to create a smokescreen-like atmosphere to hide the fact that he just lied about the seatbelt, the lack of seatbelt on video camera.
I'm just test driving it.
Are you now? Okay, but you just said this is your car.
Are you now?
No, it's, of course, I'm driving it, so I have to have insurance on it.
How do these people go to bed at night? I don't know.
Stuff.
Your vehicle, and you said yes, but there shouldn't be a reason why you should have a dealer tag on it just because your husband.
Well, right now I'm driving it, so it's not like. Do you want me to call my husband? You can talk to him.
I'll go up a week. What you told me. You told me that this is
Rathgard said it looks like I'm in the here. I'm going to put myself in this lady's passenger seat here. Let's see. I got a proportional. Oh, that's a great idea. I could just go. Let's see. I'd have to turn this way. Oh yeah, that's great. Now I'm in the passenger seat. I wish he'd asked me for my ID. That's hilarious, Rathgard. Okay, I'm sitting in the passenger seat with this lady.
your vehicle. You still live on Country Place Road?
Yeah.
Don't answer the question. Don't answer the question. Be quiet. Exercise your right to remain silent. Here, officer. I invoke my Fifth Amendment right.
There you go. Make sure you wear your seatbelt also.
I swear I was wearing.
Make sure you also start driving cars at this time.
Huh?
Dealer tag. Put a real tag on your vehicle, not dealer tag. Okay.
Okay, but I swear I have. Okay.
Look. He didn't want to hear what she had to say because he wasn't there for keeping her safe. He wasn't there to have a conversation with her. He wasn't there to put a good face on law enforcement. He was there to economically terrorize her based on a lie. Now, I've got more things to talk about. I've got like a whole bunch more content, but I just realized it is 49 minutes into this thing. I want to keep this as short as possible. If you guys got something out of this, give this video a like, share it with everybody you know. But like I said, cops are like politicians. If they're not lying, they're not doing their job. If you're a politician, you're a liar. If you're a cop, you're a liar. You were trained to lie. You are walking up to the vehicle predicated on a dang lie. Does that mean that cops don't have the ability and the capacity to do good sometimes? Yes, but so did the SS soldiers. You don't get brownie points for that. It's just being nice and being kind and being polite and compassionate and empathetic. It's just part of being a human being. You don't get extra points for that. Oh, I was going to give you a ticket, but you know what? Since they don't say the quiet part out loud. Since you had a video camera recording my lie, I'm going to give you a break today for the low price of nothing. Just go ahead and drive away and forget this whole thing happened. They got the authority to make your life miserable. Leave your thoughts about this. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. There's 713 people in here. Can we get it up to 400 or 500 likes before the end of this video? If you haven't, grab the trifold. It's great. You invoke your right to remain silent. It's not enough, according to court rulings, it's not enough to say I don't answer questions. You have to invoke your right to be silent. And then guess what? Then shut up. If you invoke your right to be silent, stop talking. It's it. It's over. You're not getting any more information from me. I'm going to be silent starting now. And then don't keep talking. But according to the courts, it's not enough to say, hey, I don't answer questions. You got to invoke your right. And it's a right that the Miranda law, they itemize the first thing on the Miranda law. You have the right to be silent. Anything you say, I'm going to use against you. And if you talk, guess what you're doing? You're helping them in their investigation of you. Stop doing that. It's not a good idea, not prudent. Any legal eagle will tell you, stop talking and let us do all the filthy work for you. So it's 439 likes. Appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for being in here. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell notification icon. Give it a thumbs up. Share it with everybody you know. Subscribe over to Lackluster's channel. Subscribe to... One of the things I was going to show you today was Joe Cool put out a video and he covered Chuck Bronson. And that is a really good video. And there's cameras all over the car. They caught the cop in a lie. What I'll probably do is just split that up and make that a completely different video. Thanks for joining. If you're going to be found guilty of anything today, be found guilty of being excellent. I'll keep the chat room open for about 10 minutes. If you guys want to chat among yourselves, don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.